hopefully we're live. Let me turn the sim down a bit. That's a bit loud. Yikes. How you all doing? Sorry I'm a bit late. Sorry it's all a bit... Normally I'd have started at like 9:30 or something, but I've spent the morning faffing with my setup, which is all good fun. I do very much enjoy it. But there comes a point where it just gets annoying and I just want to go live. And that's kind of what happened. So, the keen-eyed amongst you will notice we've got a new addition to our setup. Right here. This is our FSProjects stick. It finally arrived all the way from Italy. And that arrived on... when was it? Last Thursday? We're still waiting on the blue rubber gaiter. So that's sort of going to fit on the bottom here. There's like a little bit where you can see it's going to clip in at the bottom. And then that'll kind of come out. And then there's an attachment that's going to go on my Ava base that will sort of attach to where the metal bit here is here on the top. And then we can start thinking about syncing this Ava base into my desk. But until I've got all the bits, I can't really take the measurements such that I 3D print something that's actually going to be the right depth. So that's kind of on hold until we get the rubber gaiter. That's going to be on Friday, they say. So that'll be a nice Valentine's Day present for me, if nothing else. Probably the only present I'm likely to get, I think, but that's fine. Alright, I'm just going to go live on TikTok real quick. And the point of today's stream really is, A, just to hang out with you all, 'cause it's been a minute, and also see if we can get this stick dialed in, because it has changed the feel of my Ava base substantially. Substantially. Subscription set to public, I believe. Or if you super chat, or if you do anything like that, it should come up with a little thing on screen. So we'll see how that goes. I've got it all set up. We'll see if it works. We'll have to wait and see. I've done the thing where like you can test it with dummy data, and I click the button and it comes up. But obviously this is all new. So I don't know if it's actually going to work. You know, there's working and there's working, isn't there? So we'll have to see on that one. We'll have to see. It should make like a little noise as well. So hopefully, even if I'm not looking at my setup, hopefully we will still see it. Or I'll be alerted to it. Because one of the things with multi-streaming to YouTube and to Twitch and now to TikTok is that it's kind of hard monitoring all of the different chats. So anything that happens that's worthy of my attention, I'm trying to put it in alerts, so that way hopefully I don't miss it, because it'd be a shame if somebody subscribed or followed on Twitch or something like that and I missed it because I wasn't looking at the Twitch part of the monitor. So that's the idea. But we need to ask, where does the name Air Not come from? Hey, Thomas! It works! That's interesting. So it's converted your £1 into dollars. Interesting. Okay. I guess that kind of works. Thank you for the £1 donation, by the way, Thomas. But I guess that works, doesn't it? I guess that works. I feel like I need to turn up my lamp, because it's only on 51% brightness. That's a bit better. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, so in my chat, Thomas, it comes up with like £1, because obviously you donated £1. I'm from the UK. It comes up as £1. It comes up in the local currency, but for whatever reason, that's converting it to USD. I don't know why. The only thing I suppose it's not doing is putting it in the vertical. I hadn't considered the vertical. What shall I do for the vertical? Should I put them in the vertical? I guess I could. Sound problems on YouTube? What's wrong with the sound on YouTube? Anyone else getting sound problems on YouTube? It's stuttering. Oh no, hang on. As in my mic audio, or as in the audio from the sim? Looks alright. Everything I'm seeing says it's okay. It's stuttering really consistently. All audio. Oh, shoot. That's a shame. Why is it doing that then? And the stream stutters. Oh, Lord. Okay. Hold the line. Sound okay, but buffering. Alright, let me have a look. Let me have a look. So YouTube seems happy with the quality that it's getting. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on, am I still in 4K? Is it just my voice audio, or is it the audio that you can also hear if I turn up the plane? That'll be the algorithm maiden. Right, listen to the music, see if that stutters too. This would be a good test. Oops. Cougar says he hears everything perfectly. So Cougar, you're in the vertical stream, aren't you? Audio's all good on your end? Sounds like it might be a YouTube thing. Because Cougar's in vertical and it's fine. Maybe try quitting out of the stream and coming back. Because Mr. Roberticus has just come in, I think, and says it's alright. There could be that. What's my CPU usage at? CPU's okay. CPU's at like... Wow, my Go XLR app is using so much of my CPU. 30%. Why on earth is it doing that? Crazy. Closed YouTube, reopened it, and that's kicked it. Alright, happy days. Nothing like technical problems, is there? The life of a bloody streamer, eh? Lovely. Anyway, hello everybody. Nice to see you all. Check out my stick. Da 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 da. Beautiful. I've also got, this is also, this camera here is my new free webcam from Logitech. Free as in I bought my radio panels that you can see just back here, and they took ages to come, and I complained, and then they gave me a $100 gift voucher, and I was like, well, I don't want anything from the Logitech store, what do I get? So I just bought a webcam, because I figured another angle on things can't be bad when you're a streamer. That was the thought anyway. So basically we need to reconfigure this base a little bit, because this is the Ava base from Thrustmaster. Full disclosure, Thrustmaster sent this to me ages ago, but I love it to bits. They sent me the Warthog, they sent me the Ava, and the Ava's just flipping awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Trouble was, I've been using, let me show you, this. This is the stick of the Warthog, and it is like full on like that. I mean, look at this little metal thing here that you sort of clamp it down onto this, because obviously you can take the stick off and replace sticks, hence I've got the Airbus stick. I mean, this thing weighs not a ton, but like I think it's well over 1 kilogram if you were to just weigh this stick alone. And actually, when you put 1 kilogram's worth of weight on a stick base, that massively impacts how it feels, because every time I put a bit of weight on it, you've almost got 1 kilogram's worth of weight kind of going onto the mechanism of the stick. So actually, I had the stick configured quite tightly, because you can, there's little Allen keys you can pop in here and dial in the springs to get the tension just right. So I had it dialed in quite tightly because, of course, when you've got a kilogram's worth of weight, you don't need a lot of pressure to push it and make it move. I then got this Airbus stick from FSProjects, which is lovely. I mean, it feels flipping awesome. Absolutely awesome. But I could barely move it. I was like yanking on it because it's got hardly any weight at all relative to the military stick from Thrustmaster. Very, very different thing altogether. So I've dialed the tension right back on this Ava base, and I feel like it's pretty much okay, but we might have to fiddle with it a little bit. We might have to fiddle with it. I've got an Allen key somewhere. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. I've got a couple of Allen keys. So the idea is that you sort of pop the Allen key in the base here, and if you find the nut or the bolt, whatever it's called, there we go. We can sort of twist, so that makes it tighter, and this makes it looser. And then on the other side, you've got another one back here for the x-axis. So give it a whirl. Give it a whirl, but I figured we'll just try some different planes. I also want to try and get the A330 configured, because I found so far flying the A330 it's not the greatest with the stick so far. It's always felt a little bit yo-yo-y, if that's even a thing I can say. I don't know how you've all found it, but compared to the Phoenix, it kind of feels quite sensitive, and you can end up going backwards and forwards, like yo-yoing down the final approach into the airport. So that's kind of one thing I want to have a little look at as well. So we'll see if we can get that dialed in. So I figured, what better way to do that than with FSI panel? Because we love FSI panel on this channel. We love it, we love it, we love it, we love it. 2.6 left. Alright, Cougar, see you in a bit, mate. Alright, preparing, flaps lever, set to full. There we go, let's see FSI panel doing stuff there in the MCDU. Please release your parking brake. Okay. Thrust levers to climb. Okay. Stand by. Love FSI panels, so good. I think I'm going to need to get some USB-C extension cords for this camera, because at the moment I've literally got it resting on my desk, so I can easily like knock it around and stuff like that. Be nice to get it mounted somewhere, but I don't know where to get it mounted. That's the problem. I mean, if I was to replace, so this one here is my Sony camera, Sony A5000, but I'm not particularly happy with it. I never really have been particularly happy with it. It's not the greatest. So part of me was like, I could just swap like for like, but then this would be my only angle. So if I'm flying stick, you'd just see me sort of flying, you know, like I am now. Whereas if we have another angle, something like that, that could maybe work. Don't know. Don't know. Oh, it's time for us to fly. Right, let's see how this feels in the A330. Okay, we have control. Let's get approach mode on. I don't like the default view in this plane. I've got to be honest. It feels like there's far too much dashboard in our face. Do you find the same? On the glide. is the plane steering to the right when I don't want it to? God, I can really smell whatever stuff they've sprayed this stick with to make it all nice and shiny. It is a fingerprint magnet, I'll say that much. See, to me this feels very, very different to hand fly than the Phoenix. This feels super sensitive. Feels like you end up going, like I said, that yo-yo, like seesaw effect. How much do I use the rudder pedals? Not at all while on approach, unless I'm about to decrab. So if we were going into a crosswind right now, we would turn the plane with the joystick, such that we fly into the wind to the point where the strength of the wind and our heading means that we're actually flying in line with the approach path of the runway, despite perhaps being pointed out to the right. So we're tracking along the ground, along the approach path, but we're pointed in the wrong direction. Then you would use your rudder pedals to bring yourself out of that crab, whereby you're pointed in the wrong direction from the runway. You use your rudder pedals to straighten yourself up just before touchdown. It's a really fine art. The job's never done in terms of practicing it, at least not for me. The job is never done. Yeah, see, this just the plane feels very heavy. It's like if I give it a little bit of stick down, it really goes down, you know. Oh,
100.
Cheers for the sub, big boy. Taking my attention away at this critical phase of flight.
30, 20, 10.
Oh, bit on the firm side, that, wasn't it? Voila! I feel like this Logitech camera is massively overexposed. Right, let's see what the feet per minute was on that. $357. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Like, the sound effects made it feel a lot worse. Let's give it another go. We'll do short final this time. Oh yeah, this thing is going to become a fingerprint magnet. But then I guess the real one would be 2. How old am I? I'm 30. Hang on, yeah, 36. So last year I thought I was, my last birthday I thought I was 36 when I wasn't. And then this year when I was 36 I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So I kind of gained a year, which is pretty cool. I'm going to turn the brightness of this camera down because it's way too bright.
2,500.
In there, I reckon. Auto exposure. Do I want auto exposure? Maybe not. brightness. What's that? Still overexposed. But then if I do that, it flickers. Ah! I'm sure that's not going to get annoying at all. Alright, auto exposure back on. Auto white balance? Oh my lord. What's that? That's a bit better. Which Airbus model? We're in the INI builds A330 at the minute, mate. Turn the brightness way down. Still weird, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. Alright, hold the brakes. Time to go. Approach mode on. What base am I using? This is the Thrustmaster Ava base. Ah, HDR. Let's get rid of that rubbish. That'll help. Yes. Will that help? No. Oh my word. Oh, how's that? That's a bit better. HDR was on. A little bit better. Right, let's land this plane. Never mind faffing around with camera settings. Right, let's go. What we'll do in a minute, we'll get into the Phoenix, because, you know, realistically, that's the one we're going to be in the most, I think. I think INI builds need to change the default camera on this. It feels like we're too, like we've got our nose pressed up against the dashboard, which I'm not sure is the greatest.
300.
Okay, 3 reds will do.
200.
Check out the new alerts, by the way, guys. If you follow on Twitch, you should get a little thing come up on screen. So you kind of hijack the stream a little bit, which is quite cool. And if you're not following on Twitch...
40. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
Feel free to do so. Not bad, not bad. Oh, hello, Lee. Hey, someone just followed on Twitch. Check out my new alerts. Spent ages making that last night. Right, this is all well and good, but we need to get into the Phoenix, don't we? Because default aircraft are good, but there ain't no Phoenix. Lee, it's all right. So I was having crashes last week, and I updated my driver, which seemed to help quite a lot. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? A320. I think the problem you've got with the Xbox, and they were talking about this on their developer stream last week, is that because of the whole thing where Xbox, you can like switch between games and jump back where you left off, that kind of thing, is that the sim, even when you quit the sim, it's constantly running, then it just gobbles memory and eventually it will just crash. So they're working on a fix for that, I believe. Where should we land? Where shall we land? Oh, I need to truncate my characters a bit there, don't I? Right, let's go up to Eddie. Nothing like a bit of Eddie. Morning, Jason. Ames is in Twitch chat. First Twitch chatter of the day. It's always a relief when somebody chats in Twitch that isn't a bot offering me more views or some other such rubbish. Nice to see you, Ames.
Edinburgh Tower XNO, Sierra November Kilo.
Yeah, that's never good, Lee.
1 ready for departing straight out at runway 24.
Right, we need to... This is one problem. The mouse can be sometimes a bit sensitive. Right when you first load in. Right, let's fire up the plane. Set it to its ready state. There we go. Go FSI panel. We are at Edinburgh EGPH. We want runway... One journey, thanks for the cheers, mate. Oh, 06 today. I don't like 06. So let's turn on FSI panel in here. Acknowledge that. Move the aircraft back into the sim. Bosh. There we go. Game name, please, sir. This is Flight Sim 24, buddy. Right, set our thrust levers to climb.
Terrain ahead.
There we
Pull
go.
up.
I love FSI panel. Hello, Wings. Thanks, mate. Sorry I missed you in the scroll there. Not sure if you've had to go or not yet. But yeah, it is FSI panel is 2024 compatible now. You can upgrade your license from 2020 to 2024, and then I think that gives you a year's worth of 2020 access still.
1,000.
So that you can sort of transition yourself over, which is a nice touch. Alright, this feels really low. Is our barrow out of whack?
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
1026, yeah, that'll do it.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Morning! Plane spotter and Philip. How are we all doing? Yeah, that's a bit better. That's getting a bit loud in my ears. I don't know about you. Oliver, we're landing all over the place at the minute. We're trying to dial in my new joystick, so we're doing just random landings with FSI panel for now. See how it feels in the Phoenix. First landing in the Phoenix. So it's pretty nice.
500.
Though we are going a bit low already. Alright, I'd say the new FSProjects stick is pretty good. No mucking around there. That'll do. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. I think the tension on the stick itself is just right. I don't know what we've got actually in the sim. Should probably have a look. Ava base, hardware. I think I've got it set to minus 0.3. Which seems to be about right. Seems to be about right. Right, what have I missed out on chat? Okay, so what do we got? I'm in real life A320 pilot, and it's impossible for me to land the A320 in Microsoft Flight Sim. Technique of flare and amount of flare I have to use is totally different from the real world, unfortunately. That's interesting. So what plane are you flying? Are you flying a default one, or are you flying a Phoenix? Because they're very different beasts. Plane spotters just landed in Singapore. PMDG 777 seems to make you fly really high unless you use FL change mode. How do you mean, plane spotter? Fly high, as in climb high? I'm confused what you mean. Gabe, yeah, FSI panel is this. So it's a piece of software. It's a payware piece of software, but it's awesome. And you can set yourself up for landings. So I've chosen Edinburgh runway 06, and you can set what kind of approach you want, and then it gives you a landing report on your last landing. So here you can see landing distance was good, on the centre line was good, 298 feet per minute, positive landing, that's good, not perfect but good. And you kind of see where you were. This red line is where you were relative to the glide path, so we were a bit below it most of the time, so maybe we need to work on that slightly. But it's an awesome bit of kit, really awesome. Oh, you're on the Phoenix as well. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess it's going to be different in the real world, isn't it? It's inevitable. I think as simmers, we sometimes get a bit obsessed over, like, is this plane, you know, exactly like the real world thing? It's like, well, no, because it's on the computer. Basically, isn't it? Right. Let's go to Dublin, because I do believe we've upgraded the scenery for there. Oh, should we do a crosswind? Approach is always a couple thousand feet off, capturing the glide slope and a high. Oh. Not had that one, I've got to be honest. There it is. First one of the day. Cheap viewers on Twitch.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Where would I be without it, eh? Kiko says hello from Japan. Welcome to the stream, eh?
$2,500.
Right, what's QNH here in Dublin? 1021. I can't not fly to Dublin and think of Mr. Mackham's joke about it. It's brilliant.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Alright, hold the brakes.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Yeah, glide slope, we know.
Glide slope.
Just turn you off.
Glide slope.
Just get rid of all of you. Those of you that have yet to follow on Twitch, we now have alerts set up. So if you follow on Twitch, you should get something to appear on screen. Your very own ability to hijack the stream. The only thing that concerns me about doing that is that people might do it when we're on final approach and people won't be able to watch. Have I got live weather on? Because this does not feel like what was advertised. Ah, it's gone off again. It always does that. I'm sure it's a bug. That's better. That's better. That's what I thought we were going to get. Oh, I can really smell whatever's on this stick. Hey, English plane spotters on Twitch. Keep that nose down, you Wally.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
Not quite where I'd have liked it, if I'm honest. Not quite. We do that one more time. It's more like it. Tell you what though, this stick, it's boding well. I'm liking it a lot. I've forgotten how nice it is to fly left-handed with a left-handed stick, because of course, flying with this, I mean this stick is it's so well made. Like, it weighs a flipping ton. Like even this thing here at the bottom, where you screw it on, like it's all metal, you know. And going to this FSProjects stick, by comparison, it is a bit plasticky, but then so is the real one, I guess. Yeah, this is like even, you know, all the casing is all aluminium. Like you could do some damage with this. This is like a real big thing loaded with buttons, but it's all military and it's right-handed, and of course flying left-handed, not the greatest for this use case. Not that it's a bad stick, it's a stunning stick really. It's just not what's required for me at this time. So I do think Thrustmaster should make an Airbus stick that can screw onto their Ava bases and their Warthog bases, because they've got a big customer base out there that I'm sure would like it, but the product doesn't exist. So FSProjects is helping us out. Gabe, thank you. Yes. Listen to Gabe, everybody. Gabe says, hit the like button. I'm sure it helps a ton. It does help a ton. It really, really does. It tells YouTube that I'm better at this than I actually am. Oh, never mind, Connor. These things happen. Right, shall we take control?
1,000.
No excuses for a bad landing now. We got this stickers there. That's the only disadvantage. Because we do love a good excuse. Or at least I do. Definitely feels like due to the... It's like the lightness of the stick now. As in the physical lightness of the FSProjects stick versus what we had with the Thrustmaster military stick. Feels like you could be slightly more controlled with your inputs. But the Ava base is still nice and firm. It's not like a loose base. I mean, obviously you can make it as firm or as loose as you like, really, because it's all sprung based inside and you can loosen the tension. But I feel like where it is at the moment ain't bad.
200.
Oh no, I've gone high. Why did I do that?
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard.
Okay, the decrab wasn't actually that bad, was it there? That was alright, that. Not bad, not bad. That'll do us. Okay. The only issue I've got at the moment is that my... going to yoke cam. Is that my flap lever, based on how I've got it set up for the ini builds, is now inverted in the Phoenix. How do you get that sorted? There is a way, isn't there? Airplane controls, general controls. GA, A380, throttles custom. So if I duplicate that and call it throttles Phoenix. We'll set it as the default, because I'm probably going to be in the Phoenix most of the time. Now if I go to, is it flight control surfaces, secondary, flaps axis, turn the inverted off. Hopefully now. There we go. That's the birdie. That'll do. That will do. Oh. How have I turned this on? I always manage to turn it on. How do we turn off the stuff? Accessibility. Narration and audio. No, no. Anyone know how to turn off the stuff? You know, when I say stuff, I mean the whatever it is. Yeah, it was a keybind. When I was typing, I think I did it. Flight interface. Advanced. No. It's going to have to be a keybind then, isn't it? Landing gear. Camera. I don't know what button I pressed though. Where's it going to be? Camera? Multiplayer? Tools? Maybe in tools? Assistances? taxi ribbon, nameplates, 3D thermals. Okay, let's delete that. Get rid of all of this. But actually, I'm going to want that now, aren't I? Just to turn it off. Right, there we go. Search by input. There we go. I don't want any of this, I don't think. Do I? God, they don't make it... It's such a faff, isn't it? It's like really repetitive, like... Screen narrator, delete. I'm sure this is super great content. Tempted to do a VATSIM flight in a minute, if anyone thinks that might be a better idea. Yay! Right. Oh, stupid taxi ribbons. Assistances. Taxi ribbon. Off. I think we're good. Can't hear any game audio on TikTok, is that right? How about now? You should be able to hear a plane. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, you're right, you can't. Let's go to the old audio mixer, shall we? What's going on here then? How's that? Any better? Oh, wait, hang on. Right. Stand by, folks. I will be right back. I need to pop into the house, and then we will decide where we're going to fly. We've got about 3 hours, so we can go somewhere cool. Hey, Manny, how's it going, mate? I don't know what's going on with TikTok audio. Back now, what did I miss? Not a huge amount, we're just sorting out technical stuff. So I'm going to quickly pop in. I need to use the facilities, grab a coffee, and then we will do a... what's the icon to the right of FSI panel? That is FSLTL, I think. Yeah, then we'll figure out where to go. We'll choose a route, and we'll do a proper flight. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Enjoy the grey skies. I'm back. What'd I miss? Anything? Nothing? Right, let's get out of here. Let's get to the main menu. We'll decide where we're actually going to go. Let's start. See who's about. Oh. Right. Who's got ATC? Gatwick's doing alright. Ground and tower. Austria. Runway in use by ATC, transition level not determined. Interesting. So nothing much in Spain or France. Got EDDL. Dusseldorf. Could go Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf. We've got Bremen. CDDP. Leipzig. I mean, really, by the time we get anywhere, you run the risk of the ATC going offline. So I always feel like it's always a bit never quite sure what you're going to end up with if you decide to go somewhere based on the fact that ATC are there. I reckon if we do Gatwick to... do you pronounce that Leipzig? Is that how you pronounce it? Right, let's get SPAD fired up. And we need to do V-pilot. Because I'm not ready at all for a VATSIM flight, to be honest. Right, here we go. Let's do Gatwick to Leipzig to start with. We'll see what's on. Let's make ourselves a quick flight plan. I mean, it goes without saying it's going to be it's going to be easy, not EasyJet, Airbus ops, isn't it, with the new stick today? Make sure to take a rest and drink some water. I'm not drinking water. I'm drinking coffee, so if that counts. Jag T, I can see you, mate. Right, let's make a flight plan. So, X-ray November Oscar, we'll go with our classic call sign 232. Gatwick. Over to EDDP. But we want to be in the Phoenix A320. Oh, what are we going to be in? What are we in? CFM-SL. Go on then, let's do that. And if we say we're going to depart by 12:15, can we do that? I reckon we can do that. Should be alright. Right, I've got big plans next week. I'm going to go on record. I have the week off work. And my wife is taking the kids away to see her mum for a whole week. So I get to stay here. Big week. Big week, big week. So 37, flight level 370, that'll do. Let's get ourselves a stand at Gatwick. Let's make sure we're not going to step on anyone there when we do. Oh, busy! Look at this! Busy, busy, busy. 562, that's fine. Nobody's in my stand. 567. Because yes, it is my stand. Are we in the right livery? Yes, we are. Right, let's get in there. Not sure what's going on with TikTok with the audio. It's weird. Right, there we go, we're connected. You can see other people. And we are in business. Right, let's get into the flight deck. Get this show on the road. London to New York next week? Oh, God, no. Oh, well, I don't know. I guess we could. Do we really want that, though? Like, do we actually want that? I don't know, man. Nova, how's it going? Flight Sim Hub's in as well. Jagta, yeah, yeah, we're now in VATSIM. We'll do a proper flight now. None of this mucking around. Right, first things first, we need to set the thing to cold and dark because it's spawned as ready. You demand entertainment the entire time. Oh my word. Never stops this, does it? The life of a content creator. Right. So, we're cold and dark. Let's get this thing fired up. Batteries 1, batteries 2. External power, navs, and trois. Emergency lights, armed, no smoking, auto. Leave the belts on, off for now because we're going to be fueling in a mo. Nav lights to 1. That'll do for now. I tell you what, you lot are the neediest audience, honestly. You're worse than my kids. Right, Gatwick to Leipzig. Am I pronouncing it right? Is it Leipzig? Can anyone, like, spell it out phonetically for me? Now, how long is it going to take? 150 boarded. Will I load with GSX? I mean, kind of got the time, I suppose. Go on then, let's do it. On my head be it. That's what you've been calling it. I think it's okay. Cool. I'm always wary that I'm mispronouncing that one. Don't know why. Right. Right, let's get some Gatwick gone off. No, they haven't. Let's do ATIS. Hey, Craig Island's on. Cool. 136-525. 136 525.
Surface, wind 2,907 knots, visibility 6 kilometers, broken at 700 feet, temperature +4, dew point
Gatwick Airport
+3,
information, Indio,
QNH
1100 Zulu, wind
Ground is
290
open.
at 7.
Departing aircraft
Visibility.
make initial contact on
4.
frequency
Sky condition, ceiling
121.805.
1,800 foot overcast.
Acknowledge
Temperature,
receipt of information
4.
officer
Dew point.
advise aircraft type on
QNH
first contact.
101800. ILS runway 26L and visual runway 26 are in
Gatwick
use.
information
Landing
officer.
and departing runway 26L and runway 26R.
Runway
VFR
in use,
aircraft
26
say direction of flight.
Transition level,
All
flight level
aircraft read back,
70.
hold short instructions.
Wind
Advise controller on initial
2,907
contact you
knots.
have India.
Visibility
Gatwick
6
Airport
kilometers.
information, India,
Broken at
1100
700
Zulu.
feet.
Wind
Temperature
290 at 7.
dew point +3.
Visibility. 4.
QNH
Sky condition.
1018.
Ceiling 1,000.
That'll do.
Easy 8 Papa Charlie, ready for taxi, please.
Easy 8 Papa Charlie, taxi, Papa, hold short Juliet.
Papa hold short, Juliet, Easy 8, check Papa Charlie.
Scandinavian 2964, will you call us a taxi?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Scandinavian 2964, taxi, Papa, hold short Kilo.
Papa hold short, Kilo. Graham, sorry, he's going to leave it first.
Nordic 110, Gatwick ground.
Shuttle 1,
May I see your boarding pass?
480, good to stop.
Number 1480, stand 37, push start
Boarding pass,
approved.
please.
Push the stop approved, Shuttle 1480.
Boarding pass, please.
Right, we're on the Frayne one mic. Departure 26 left, we think. Obviously, I'll get clearance in a minute, and we will get that on the go. Into Leipzig. 08 left is the plan on the Kojak 1 Romeo. Taking the ILS in. Should be
Welcome
alright.
on board. Boarding pass, please. Good morning.
Nordic 110, Gatwick ground.
To show you the charts here into Leipzig. So
Easy 8 Papa Charlie, continue taxi, Papa, Alpha November, hold
Welcome
Alpha
on
3.
board.
Continue taxi, Papa, Alpha November, Alpha 3, Easy 8 Papa Charlie.
into Kojak, then make our way around this little pattern here, then back to Moox.
Hello.
Then we'll be on final for 08 left.
Welcome on board.
Gatwick ground, U756, go ahead, get straight up and get rid of the truck, U756.
And then we'll hopefully
Welcome on board.
have a nice easy taxi to the stands. Totally sure where we're going to go.
Good morning.
0756, thank you, taxi, Papa, hold short Kilo.
You alright, Jack?
Taxi Papa, hold short, Kilo, I just need to get rid of the tow truck, U756.
Hello.
Roger, Scandinavian 2964, continue taxi, Papa, hold short Juliet.
Taxi Papa, hold short,
Boarding pass, please.
Easy 8 Papa Charlie, contact tower 124.230, bye bye.
Tower 124.230, Easy 8 Papa Charlie, thanks, bye.
Alright, 6,000 in the window. Runway heading is
Good morning.
257.
Hello.
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, Gatwick ground, good morning. Cleared Alicante. Actually, stand by, I'll call you back.
Sounds busy on the ground.
Good morning.
Sounds busy. Hey, Nova's just subbed on YouTube. Thanks, mate.
Welcome on board.
Let that be a lesson to all of you. You can now hijack the stream with alerts by subscribing or following on Twitch or whatever.
0 Gatwick ground, good morning. Continue taxi Juliet, hold short Romeo, expect to stand forward, 9 right.
Continue Juliet, hold short Romeo,
This way.
expect for 9 right.
Scandinavia,
Cheers, Raf.
964, continue taxi Papa Alpha November, hold
Good
out
morning.
3.
6 Papa Alpha November, hold 3. Canadian first.
Royal Jordanian 888, where are you going?
I told me all sorts of Juliet for
Good morning.
No, you're not. You're on Juliet and you've taxied halfway down it and you're now just short of Mike.
Sorry about that, mate. For
Boarding pass, please.
with the fucking taxi.
Royal Jordanian 888, just
Hello.
hold
position.
position there for a minute.
Yeah.
I've got to untangle you from that. Stand by.
Good morning.
Oh, man. The plan is we're going to try and get gone in about a quarter of an hour. We're just loading at the minute. We've got to get our clearance. It sounds busy
Hello?
here at Gatwick. I don't know if you can tell by the tone of voice of the controller.
Royal Jordanian 888, taxi the next right onto Mike, then right again immediately to Zulu, then left Alpha, hold Alpha 3.
Hello.
Copy that. First right Mike and hold short of Alpha for Rosie Dealing Point.
Boarding pass, please.
Grand 6408, taxi on left.
Easy,
May I see your boarding
6408, Gatwick ground, good morning, just about. It's going to be stand
Good morning.
38 for you today, sticking you in the naughty corner. Continue taxi 08 left, Romeo, hold short of Lima for now.
To be honest, Rob, I can see why they get annoyed.
Lima for stand 38, UC 640.
Scandinavian 2964, contact tower 124.230.
Busy.
bye-bye.
Look at all those aircraft.
This way.
Tower on 124.0, Canadian 24.
Geo 756, continue taxi, Papa, Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2.
Continue Papa Alpha Sierra
Local time is 1 minute to midday.
888, please be taking that left now onto Alpha.
Yes, copy that. Sorry, 12 GB support.
This way.
That's a 1480, thank you. Taxi Lima, Papa, hold short Juliet.
Lima Papa, hold Juliet, shuttle 14.
Jordanian 888, just stay behind that Scandinavian Boeing 737 right in front of you and contact tower 124.230, bye-bye.
04,
Right, I better get my clearance. Oh, we haven't got our stats up, have we? Someone's asking what the destination is.
36 Juliet, Gatwick ground, hello, can you confirm aircraft type and standard number, please?
Bless you.
Xavier 36 Juliet, thank you. Cleared to Paris Orly, Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 7311.
Bogner 1 X-ray departure and squawk 7311.
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, can we just get how long to expect?
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, yes, stand by, I've literally just sent you it. I need you on a minor reroute, I've just sent it to you by text. Great, Transavia 36 Juliet, read back correct, QNH 1018, report when ready.
Just realised I didn't file my flight plan. That would have gone badly, wouldn't it? Does MSFS have the same airtime as in real life? As in, does it take as long to get to a place as it would in real life? Then yes, if that's what you're asking. Right, let's get these stats up on top.
0756, contact tower 124.230, bye-bye.
124.230, bye-bye. Cheers, Poonie. 756.
You're welcome, take care. See ya.
Right. Hey, stats, good.
Once you get all sorted, call me back for clearance. Easy, 6408, taxi, right Lima, hold short Papa.
Lima short Papa and bless you, Easy 6408.
I held that on for so long, you don't even want to know.
Right, let's go. Gatwick ground, Air 232, stand 567, aircraft type Airbus A320, information Oscar on board, looking for clearance to Leipzig, please.
Air 232, Gatwick ground, very good afternoon, just about cleared to Leipzig. Train 1 Mike departure, squawk 6037.
Cleared to Leipzig on the Frame 1 Mike departure, squawk 6037, Air 232.
Air 232, correct. QNH 1018, report already.
1018, we'll go.
Easy 6408, continue taxi Lima all the way, stand 38.
Lima 38, good day, Easy 6408.
Leipzig, that's what people are saying.
Bye-bye.
I'm sure that's what I've heard it been called before.
480, continue taxi Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha.
So I don't think it's Leipzig, it's Leipzig.
Continue Papa Alpha November, Alpha 3,
Leipzig, right. 6037 is our squawk, that's in. Let's get the box set up, ATSU, AOC, flight in it. Let's pull the data in.
Ocean 58, Gatwick, good morning, readability 5.
4072 per and a 7800 X3D enough for Microsoft Flight Sim. Probably not at 4K, if I'm being completely honest. But if you want to play at 1080 or 1440, you're probably going to be okay.
Griffin 1 Romeo, cleared Alicante. Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 1250.
Okay, cost index today is 46. And our cruise is 370.
One Romeo Delta, Roger.
Aircraft loaded.
32, push and start cruise base west.
And we can send that to the MCDU. There it all is, that's good. Now we can do our perf page. 26 left, dry, load sheet, weather is synced, calculate, 145, 145, flaps 1.
Stand by, I'll call you back. Break, shuttle
good.
1480, contact tower 124.230, bye-bye.
124.230, shuttle 1480, thank you, bye.
I mean, Raf, there's no need to build a PC, not necessarily. You know, it's still a PC even if you buy it from someone else. I think people get a bit hung up on, I must build it, otherwise I'm not a real computer person. It's like, nah, just, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Easy 8697, stand 48, push and start is approved.
Alright, so we are on 26 left. On the Frame 1 mic.
Ocean 58, got your clearance ready to copy.
Ready to copy, Ocean 58.
We're expecting 08 left.
Departure, squawk 4241.
On the Kojak 1 Romeo.
4241, Ocean 58.
And we will go in via MOOPS.
58, read back correct. QNH 1018, reporting ready.
QNH 1018, will report the radio ship.
Into plan.
And Gatwick ground crew say EC270 stand 148 with Oscar and Bob requesting high marking to plan.
Easy 2270 Gatwick ground, good afternoon. Can you confirm aircraft type and stand number, please?
Aircraft type A220 stand 148 EC270.
Nice.
Easy 2270, thank you. Cleared to Innsbruck. Info 1 Mike departure, squawk 6464.
Cheers, one journey. We'll leave that discontinuity in, because we're probably going to get vectored in any case. More than likely.
Correct, QNH 1018, report when ready.
Alright, let's get them all strapped in then, shall we? Let's get the fuel pumps on. Let's get the APU on. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of here.
Gatwick ground, Ocean Start 83 for push and start.
58, stand 23, push and start, proof base west.
That's facing west, thank you very much, Ocean Start.
Good shout, Philip.
Xavier 36 Juliet, stand 18, push and start, proof, facing east.
Coming up facing east.
And also keep an eye on the APU as it fires as well. There it goes. I was eating, my bad. What did I miss? We're just getting ready to go. We've got our clearance from ATC here on the ground at Gatwick. We're going to be pushing and starting reasonably quickly. Passengers are all belted up. That's good. And we'll begin our taxi very, very shortly. Am I ever going to do cargo ops on the 747? When the PMDG comes out, I will. Yeah, probably not in what we have currently by default.
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, can you check your squawk please? 1250.
25210,
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, negative, squawk 1250.
Alright. If we do the beacon on, that should trigger the pushback. Well, it'll get us ready for a pushback.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Roger, roger. Check out the new stick.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
This is the thing, you sort of think to yourself, oh, I can do such and such a flight today because it's only like an hour and a half. But what you don't account for is just all the time it takes on the ground. And even if you get somewhere and you want to turn around, you sort of need to add a good half an hour to that. At least.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Roger 864 Gatwick ground, good morning, welcome to Gatwick. Continue taxi on taxiway 08 left, then Romeo and Lima, hold short Papa, expect stand 46.
Thank you. Continue on the runway and
Locking gear.
And confirm it's on number 26.
Negative stand 46.
Stand 46, thumbs up 864. Thank you.
What plane is it? We're in the Phoenix A320. Right then. Are they still flapping around?
One Romeo Delta, apologies, just got an aircraft just pushed in front of you, I'll keep you out straight after.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Gatwick ground, Air 232, stand 567, ready for push and start.
Air 232, stand 567, push and start approved, base south.
Push and start approved, face south, Air 232. Nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please. icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Easy 8697, request taxi.
Easy 8697, thank you. Taxi Lima, Papa, hold short Juliet.
Do we listen to GSX? I'm not sure we do.
Okay, taxi Lima, Papa, hold short Juliet for Easy 8697.
Gloomy all day today, isn't it?
Transavia 368, ready for taxi.
Transavia 36 Juliet, you've pushed the wrong way. Taxi holding point Alpha 2 for 26.
I don't know why, but I'm getting a cabin announcement out of my TV.
Taxi Alpha 2, Juliet, Alpha Sierra.
Viva 22 Golf, hold position.
Probably yes, yes, and yes. All real. Go, Mo, followed us on Twitch. Thank you, mate. If you two want to be famous, you can follow us on Twitch as well.
864, go.
Please set parking brakes.
We missed Juliet.
I said Romeo and Lima, hold short Papa.
Oh, thank you. Okay, we will continue Lima, hold short Papa. Tomjet 864.
Yeah, Tomjet 864, your next right is Lima, and then Papa's sort of will be not your first right, but your second right, so it's just under, as you go under the jet bridge.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Hold short Papa. Tomjet 864.
Gatwick ground, good afternoon. Osprey 106 Bravo, requesting higher departure to Manchester, motor ground 101 and a 3:20 PM. Destination Papa.
Osprey 106 Bravo, Gatwick ground, good afternoon. Cleared Manchester, Lambourne 6 Mike departure, torque 7653.
Cleared by the Lambourne 6 Mike departure, 47.
Unlocking gear.
Osprey 106 Bravo, correct. Break, Transavia 36 Juliet, contact tower 124.230, bye-bye.
Transavia 36
Easy 8697, continue taxi, Papa, Alpha November, hold
tow truck
Alpha.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Tomjet 864, continue taxi, Lima, all the way, stand 46.
Lima all the way, stand 46 from Jet 864, many thanks.
Takeoff config is
490, requesting a flight clearance from Manchester as filed.
Station calling, no flight plan files, please check and refile.
Gatwick ground, Air 0232, stand 567, ready for taxi.
Air 0232, thank you. Taxi Lima Papa, hold short Juliet.
Lima Papa, hold short Juliet, Air 0232. Right, for those of you following along.
Wizz Air 9040, requesting a flight clearance from Manchester as filed.
Lima
Wizz Air 9040
is the one going
you're coming
left
through
to right.
490, and also you've still
Papa.
got no flight plan files, please check and refile.
Hold short
As filed.
Juliet.
Easy 8697, over to tower 124.230, bye-bye.
24 or 23, 697.
See ya.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right, let's get taxi on. And I think Put strobe to auto for now.
Osprey 106
Good to go.
Bravo, requesting push and start, stand 101.
Osprey 106 Bravo. After the air knots, A320 passes from your right to left on Lima. Stand 101, push and start approved, base east.
After the air north, push and start approved, base east, Osprey 106 Bravo.
Yes, Andrew, I saw that actually.
Signing system number 46. Thank you, have a good day.
Roger, 864, you're very welcome. Have a good one, bye-bye.
Bye.
Time at 12:30. We're doing alright.
Ocean 58, you ready to go?
That's affirmative. Ocean 58.
Sorry, say again, was that yes?
That was a yes. Ocean 58.
Ocean 58, thank you. Taxi November, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
That's November, Alpha November, unfold at Alpha 3, Ocean 58.
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, apologies for the delay, you ready?
Yeah, we're already in Griffin 1 Romeo Delta.
Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, taxi holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left via November and Alpha Sierra.
Alpha 2 via November, Alpha Sierra.
Alright, left onto Lima. Such good scenery for a freebie, this, isn't it? Really is. Don't really play any other aviation games beside this one.
Last station calling, stay call side. World Express 152. World Express 152, no flight plan files, please check and refile. Viva 22 Golf, stand 19, push and start approved, base west.
Okay, Papa, then we go on to Juliet. Or hold short Juliet, I should say.
Ocean 58, contact tower 124.230, bye-bye.
That's tower 124, decimal 30, thank you very much, Ocean 58.
Let's get tower dialed in now, 124.230.
World Express 152, do you have a clearance? World Express 152, yeah, just received the flight plan, I'm checking it. Can you confirm aircraft type and stand number, please?
We are Boeing 737-800 and we are at 6 left.
World Express 152, roger, thank you, I'll call you back. Break, Griffin 1 Romeo Delta, contact tower 124.230, bye-bye.
Was there
To be honest, Andrew, I've only been doing it a little bit over a year and I still feel like the new guy, so don't mistake my tone of voice as confidence. I'm still very much praying I don't mess up every single flight. And I'm not sure that feeling is ever going to go away. And maybe it shouldn't. Maybe that's the point. Alright, so we're going to hold short here because we're coming up to Juliet. Got Juliet running left to right in front of us. Oh no. Alright, let's get the old parking brakes on for a minute.
Air Knot 232, continue taxi, Papa, Alpha November, hold Alpha 3.
Papa Alpha November, hold Alpha 3, not 232, thanks.
With F490 requesting a
So, Papa.
Unfiled information, Papa, type A320 Neo, stand 555.
Alpha November, Alpha 3.
With Air 490, thank you. Cleared Manchester, Lambourne 6 Mike departure.
Third left.
3371.
Lam 6 Mike departure, score 3371, thank you.
With 490, correct. QNH 1018, report when ready.
QNH 1018, thank you.
World Express 152, got your clearance ready to copy.
8 runway ready to copy, World Express 152.
World Express 152, cleared to Leeds. Lambourne 6 Mike departure, squawk 5014.
Clear to Leeds near the Lambourne 6 Mike departure and squawk 5014. World Express 152.
Okay, queue up behind those lot, basically.
152, correct. QNH 1018, report when ready.
Walker on QNH 1018, World Express 152.
I don't think VATSIM really works in terms of servers. It's just you're either on at a certain location or you're not. It's not like multiplayer in the sim where you can have like European servers and this server. And if I'm at Gatwick, I'm on at Gatwick with everyone else that's also at Gatwick. If that makes sense.
Not 232, contact tower 124.230, bye bye.
124.230, thanks ATC, up 232.
You're welcome, take care.
Hey Daniel, thanks for the sub, mate. I love these new alerts, they're really cool.
Tower, Ocean 580, for the 3.
That's better. I wondered why I couldn't see very well. It's because my if I go back to charts, I was thinking I can't really see, but it's because the app has updated and it's reset everything.
Any station Gatwick frequency radio check? Thanks, I had some problem.
Hey Lanky! 4 months on Switch. Thanks man.
Sorry for the delay. The Alpha 1 26 left for takeoff, something 30
Thank you very much. No problem with that.
Correction 1 Romeo Delta behind departing Airbus A320, the Alpha 1 runway 26 left line up and waiting.
Gatwick Tower, Air 232 on Alpha November.
And message to Gatwick Tower, hello taxi, calling Alpha 1.
Taxi Alpha 1, Air 232. Follow the queue. Yeah, this is our first time out with the stick, Lanky. In fact, we have stick cam. Da 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 da. Although slightly overexposed on the new webcam. Do I get high usage in memory with 32 gigs? Yes, to the point where I had to go to 64. And Philip in YouTube chat was kind enough to send me a kit, which is amazing of him. So if the sim crashes or if anything goes wrong, we blame Philip's dodgy memory. I don't make the rules. Nothing to do with me. I didn't buy another face cam, Lanky. I don't know if you were here last stream when we told the story, but I ordered my Logitech radio panels that you can just see here from Logitech. They took ages to turn up. They just said they're going to be late, and I sent a message being like, well, how late? And then about a week or 10 days went by, and they finally arrived. And then they got back to me and said, oh, don't worry, they've arrived now. It's like, yeah, I know they've arrived. Like, I live here. And then they rather stupidly sent me an email saying, how did we do? And I was like, well, you did rubbish. Like, really? This is why people just buy from Amazon, because it's so flipping easy, and all you've done is mess things up, really. All you had to do was put something in the post, and you messed it up. So they sent me $100... They sent me $100 voucher for the store. So I bought a camera with it. The Logitech Stream Cam, which is what you're currently looking through now, stick. Good. Okay, my last instruction was hold Alpha 1, so I will line up and wait via Alpha 1, 26 left, down up 232. Clear for takeoff, 26 left, down up 232. Right, here we go. Let's see what this stick's made of, shall we? Should we do a turn and burn? Come on, let's turn and burn it. Let's go. I will have to get that in just a mo. Gear up. Over to advisory, N0232, thanks ATC. Levers into climb. Let that nose come forward a bit. So we'll hand fly the first bit. God, it didn't help that I whacked it with my arm. And let's turn. Not looking bad. See who that was trying to ping me. Ah. Someone saying hello. I must say, this stick is feeling lovely to fly with. Absolutely lovely. Hey, Wisehat, how you doing, mate? Long time no see. How have you been? Right, let's get the old AP on so I can be lazy and chat to you all. Basically. I tell you what, my hand smells of like, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is they've sprayed this stick with to make it all glossy. Kind of nice. You've been good, very busy. How about you? Yeah, same, to be honest. Fun never stops, is it? Ah, God. Cold coffee. It's the worst. That is disgusting. Alright, what's going on then? So, transition change was 7.0, wasn't it? Is that actually in our init page? I've actually forgotten where that goes. We'll do it at 7,000. So, we are going up to 5,000. We're at 5,000. We stay here until Frayne. Is it Frayne? Yeah, it's Frayne, isn't it? And then we can start cracking on a bit after Frayne. How far is it to Frayne? Are we seriously going to sit here at 5,000 feet? It's quite a long way. It's like nearly 30 odd miles. Someone above us, 8,000 feet above us. Where are they going? Where are they going?
My not tuning into live streams recently fee LOL.
Cheers, Wisehat. Oh, nice one. That's actually really cool because I wanted to see if the text-to-speech would work on my new overlays, which we've only just enabled for today's stream, so I appreciate the donation. Consider the fine paid. And thank you for helping me test my overlays, even though you maybe didn't realise you were. Oh, that text-to-speech is wicked, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I spent the last couple of nights sort of designing up those little ticket things. If you scan the QR code, it takes you to my website as well, which I thought was a nice little Easter egg. Right, I'm going to behave. I'm going to just fly the Sid because it's London and could be busy. Soak up the views. What products are we using? What in terms of like all of this? Angie, how's it going? It's what have we got? We've got the Wingflex Cube over here, which is how I'm controlling the autopilot. I've got my Logitech radio panels over here. I've got my Thrustmaster TCA Airbus throttles with add-ons here. I've got the Boeing yoke. I've got an Ava base, and I've now, which is the whole point of today's stream, I've got a FSProjects Airbus stick on top, which is flipping awesome. So nice to have like the combination of a really great joystick base with a left-handed Airbus stick on top. Look at those wings flexing. Am I a real pilot? No, thankfully for everyone. No, I'm not. Oh, let's get the old anti-ice on, shall we? How do you get all that? Pay for it, I guess. Or get a YouTube channel big enough that people will send you stuff for free, but not all of this was sent to me, I should add. I bought most of it myself. Full disclosure time, Wingflex sent the autopilot system, this thing up here, and Thrustmaster sent me the Ava base. But I paid for the Airbus stick to go on top. Just so we're all clear. Oh, you watch from India, nice. Stay in this view for the turn, shall we? Lanky, thanks. There we go. Yeah, we're trying to grow Twitch a little bit. I feel like it's going to get there slowly but surely. It kind of makes you feel a bit vulnerable. Like when I first started the YouTube channel, kind of that feeling of, is anyone going to sub? Is anyone going to subscribe? If anyone does, how long will it take? Is it going to take like 10 years to get anywhere? I'm having all those feelings again for Twitch because we've essentially started from nothing with Twitch. And it's really hard to grow on Twitch unless you're pushing people there from other more discoverable platforms. So if I go live on Twitch, I'm basically right at the bottom of the pile. Right at the bottom of the list. So unless you're the kind of person that's going to scroll and scroll and scroll until you find me, no one's ever really going to find me. So, yeah, sort of trying to push people over from TikTok, from Instagram, from YouTube Shorts, from YouTube Vertical. It's yeah, it's going to be a slow old burn, I think, but you know, good work. If it makes the streams more profitable, then it's worth doing, because ultimately I've been kind of having a bit of a think really ever since Christmas, like what do I actually want to do on this channel? Like if it was up to me, if money wasn't a thing, what would I have myself doing every day? Not every day, but you know, on a regular basis, because if you do everything every day, you're going to get sick of it eventually, probably. And the answer is this. I would like to be sat here, flying around on VATSIM, chatting to you wonderful lot, having a giggle, having a laugh, probably at my expense, but that's okay. But that's not really financially feasible. And you could say, oh, why do you care about the money? It's a hobby. It's like, well, it is and it isn't. Like, I've taken today off work to work on the channel. Taken tomorrow off work to work on the channel. So you sort of need to... it sort of needs to pay its way. And the reason I took those days off work was because the channel has been paying its way. Mostly through videos. Yeah, the videos do... If you get a video that does well, that's some fairly alright money. But streams at the moment are not that. So anything we can do to help get them there is no bad thing. Canon i5 12th Gen RTX 4060 16GB RAM DDR4 run Flight Sim 24. Yes, not on the higher settings, but you should be alright. You might struggle with the RAM. The RAM might be the thing that gets you there. Have I caught up on Harris lately? Similar sort of things you're saying, he's finding the same thing. Yeah, okay. I did actually. I saw his, I caught one of his lives the other day. It's a funny old business, you know, this YouTube thing. Like, if you don't... It's tricky, because, like, if you don't really care about the money side of it, then what does it matter? But... And it feels almost ugly talking about it in those terms. Almost like I'm here trying to exploit you or whatever, but that's not what's going on. Like, the reality is that I get a lot of people asking, when are you streaming, when are you streaming, when are you streaming, when's the next video, when's the next video, so clearly people want stuff, but it takes so much time to do it. Like, a stream will, like, take out all of today, pretty much. Or if I was to sit and make a video, I could quite easily start on, hey Gabe, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. I could quite easily spend all day today working on a video, and then that's the day gone, which is fine. But you just hope that if you're going to do that, there's something at the end of it for you. Because to really output content and to output streams at the rate that people claim to want them, you have to kind of treat it like a job. Unless you just be like, well, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I just stream when I want to stream. I might not stream for 8 weeks, but I might just randomly hit go live on YouTube one day, and I don't care what happens, because it's just not a big part of my world. I feel like this has become quite a big part of my world. So you kind of have to look at it through the numbers to a certain degree. To quite a large degree, actually. So it's a funny balance. It is a funny balance. Right, 10,000 feet. Lights off. Now, how can we tell if there's still ice detected? The TAT is 2 degrees, and the SAT is -10. There is signs of visible moisture because of the cloud, so we best leave it on for now. Quite possibly we are. Beautiful. So yeah, I think my goals have changed a little bit. Going into 2025, I was kind of talking to people that I sort of, you know, talk to about what I'm up to. I do more videos, because videos is what's making money. So I need to do more of that. But actually, I don't want to not stream. Because if you look at the numbers, it's like, why on earth are you streaming? Like, you should be streaming. It's a bad use of time. But it's like, yeah, but it might not be if we keep at it. That's kind of where I've landed, I think. Pun intended. Ice not detected. Okay, let's get those off then. Keep an eye on it by looking out the window. The other thing was that I don't know if a lot of you saw, I ran some polls in the run-up to Christmas saying, like, what do you want? Do you want more streams, or do you want more condensed, like, full flights that are, like, broken up into a 20-minute video? And loads of people said they wanted that, but then not many people have been actually watching them, so that kind of leads me to believe that maybe there's something wrong with that data. Because they take a hell of a long time to do. You've got to do the flight, and you can easily spend 4 to 5 hours editing those videos down, quite easily. To get them like sharp enough, to get them like punchy enough, to get the, you know, everything how I want it to be, and to sort of make it quite watchable. Like, they've actually performed quite badly relative to the effort you have to put in. Whereas if I was to make a video being like, get more FPS in flight sim with this tool, that's going to go crazy. Like, anything like that. Make flight sim more realistic with this mod. Double your FPS, triple your FPS. Get less stutters. DLSS 4 versus, you know, anything like that. So maybe that's the play. Also, like the streams into videos, they're good, but they could get a bit stale, couldn't they? Because, like, let's say today's flight goes perfectly, Gatwick to Leipzig, just nothing really going on other than the fact we did the flight and we all had a nice time on stream. But as a video, there's no drama, there's no tension, there's no I flew to Leipzig and this happened, or that sort of thing. And I don't want to become a flight simmer that's constantly looking for drama or intentionally creating it on VATSIM for content. I don't feel like that's good form. So I kind of figured I will keep flying on VATSIM. I will keep recording at the same time that I'm streaming, and if something does happen that's video worthy, we can make a video out of it. That's fine. But like today, the intention of today is not to get a video out of it. So I feel like I'm not being weird on stream such that it then translates well into a video. Is that making sense? I don't know. Alright, should we let the old passengers out? Nice! So where are we? We are coming up on Clacton. What's Dagger? Is that Dagenham? Don't even know where Dagenham is. We'll say it. We'll say that's what it is. Anyway, out to Rauto, red for... It's just feeling like a flight into Amsterdam, this. Then we whiz past Amsterdam. Oh, we got some ground on. That's good. Still got ground on. Happy days. The other thing I need to start thinking about a bit more seriously is the tech channel. Because that's not been doing too badly. And if that one can do well with its videos and subsidise the streaming, that might not be the worst idea. Oh, Wordle. I've done Wordle today. Right, let's go. Time for Wordle. Let's go with... one of these days it's going to be early, isn't it? And we're just going to get it first time. Okay. R something E. Can't be a stream about Wordle. Absolutely right. Let me change that. There we go. Now you can all see. Can't be ready because there's no Y. Flight Sim Guy, welcome, mate. If you're not following on Twitch already, hit the follow button. You might see something on screen. We're testing out new alerts today. Reels? No, it can't be L's, can it? Hey, there it is. Have I tried Say Intentions new AI Open Sky? It's free and works like that. Seems very nice. I haven't. I've tried actual Say Intentions and I've tried Beyond ATC. What about perks? No, because that's going to be the wrong place, isn't it? Yeah, I should have a look at that. HE something maybe? Ooh, prize, that's a good one. Oh, I think you could be onto it here. Oh. Okay, well, at least we know where the E goes. Could the R be next? The R's got to be first, or it's got to be before the E. Gatwick just after I left was a bit of a mess. Why? What was happening? So R something 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 E. Route. Oh no. Okay, so the R has to be here. And we've got an O now. Something O-R-E. Sure. What do we think? Sure, anybody? Seashore. No! Alright. We're close. Score. Has to be score. Let's just work through. Squaw, swore, studor, swore, score, sure, score, small, snore. Oh, is it snore or is it score? Could be 50-50, couldn't it? Oh, I'm going to go score. Yes. There you go, Philip. I've matched your PB. Oh, it's tricky, that one, wasn't it? Is there any way you can do, like, previous day Wordles? Could have been snore, though, couldn't it? I didn't set the chrono. Let's do that now. Right, how long have we got till top of drop? Do we have that long in cruise? Probably not, would be my guess. Yeah, not that long, is it? Nice little short hop today. Oh, I've got Stream Elements and Nightbot both telling you to like the stream. Oh, sorry to hear that, Flight Sim guy. That sucks. That's, yeah, it's not easy. Maybe look for something within the field you can do. Maybe go down the ATC route. I guess you could go down the ground handler route, the mechanics route, even the aviation design route. I know it sucks, but there's different routes out there. Probably doesn't make it any better, but the plan I had when I was younger, when I was 19, isn't what turned out, but that was also fine. Doesn't have to be what you think it's going to be. I think people get it wrong. They always say, oh, do what you're passionate about. It's like, well, maybe you should bring your passion to whatever it is you do. You should probably still have a very enjoyable life if you can do that, rather than pinning it all on a certain thing being the route to happiness or passion or whatever they want to say. That'd be my 2 cents for what it's worth anyway. Coming up on Taka. What are we doing for FPS? I got frame gen on at the moment, haven't I? That's why we're at like 80 odd. I think I've got frame gen on. Have I got frame gen on? Yeah, SDR frame gen, tone forbid. And that was without any DLSS. There you go. Thomas says, I love what I do, but boy did I want to be a pilot. But you ended up happy anyway, right? It can go the other way, you know. It can go the other way. Like, I was dead set. I was like, all I want to be is a software developer. And I did it for years, and then there came a point where I was like, I'm bloody sick of this. You know? All is not set in stone. You pass your driving test. Oh, there you go. You can become an Uber driver. It's basically the same thing. Maybe you can specialise in airport pickups. I'm joking. Right, let's do some en route arrivals. So we're planning for 08 left. We are... Ooh, it's a bit windy, isn't it? 3 degrees, 1024. You're toying with the idea of training to be a pilot. Yeah, I mean, it's never too late, is it? It's never too late. I mean, if I was to train right now, I could have like almost 30 years in the seat, minus the time it would take me to train. Right, what is our zero fuel or estimated fuel on board? 2.8. Zero fuel weight of 58.3. That's 2.8. So that's 61.1, isn't it? Ah! We can do a low auto brake, manual land, full flat. Yeah, I think we can do an auto brake low for this arrival. That'll do us. Oh, we're the same age, Thomas. There you go. Although I spent all of last year thinking I was 36. Told loads of people at work when I was 35 on my birthday. They're like, how old are you? I was like, oh, I'm 36. They're like, oh, happy birthday. I was like, thanks. Just walked off. I spent all year thinking I was 36. Then I became 36 and I was like, oh, thought I was going to be 37. So that's good. It's not often that you gain an entire year, is it? Alrighty, cruise is very nearly upon us. How long have we got up at cruise? That's the question. Quite a while. So top of descent is at 1340 and we are now at... Oh, actually that's not very long, is it? Wait. Is that right? Why did it say 1330 there? Oh, that's when we're going to get to Nauta, isn't it? Yeah, Nauta at just past. So we got about a half hour in cruise. Happy landings, plane spotter. watch the paintwork as you touch down, won't you? Right, it would seem that all we've got online at the minute is ground on 121805, so I'll get that in now. To 1805, that's in. And then we'll see where ground wants to take us. Runways 08 left and 08 right. Which one should we use though? I mean, 08 left, 08 right might be easier. Kinda. Have a little look. So I guess it's cargo down here, is it? Cargo. And what's up here? Terminal A. Yeah. Well, I reckon if we go 08 left as planned, then we can come off probably at Alpha 6 onto either Echo 7 or Echo 8. Then November. And then we can be in. Which should be good. Just seeing there's a plane slightly out over here, 1,000 feet below us. Are they moving? They're moving across us, aren't they? Can we see them? See if we can find them. Points if you can spot them. Quite camouflaged against all that cloud. Can't see a thing, can you? Yeah, they're behind us now. Ah, no. I thought that was going to be their contrail, but that's the beach. No clue. No clue. Right, it's time for me to go and grab something to eat. I'll be back in a couple of mo's, enjoy the views, and then we'll start planning our descent and all that good stuff down into Leipzig. See you in a mo. Won't be long. Just a couple more minutes. I've got something in the microwave. Flippin' heck. I'm not going to believe what just happened. Oh. Thomas, yeah, I think there is. I've just never really liked the idea of it, to be quite honest. TBH. You're not going to believe what happened. I just had a carrot explode in my face. I'm not even joking. Right, top of descent is still at 1340. Yeah, so I found this. I found an old bit of cottage pie in the fridge. So I thought I'll put that in the microwave. That'd be an easy lunch. It's got a little carrot in it. I took it out of the microwave, went to stir it, and this carrot just went bang, like exploded. Literally, I've got bits of it on my top. It's all over the window. Crazy. That'll teach me. That'll teach me. That's genuinely quite sketchy. Right, is there any like approach on or anything? No, there is not. Where even are we? Is that us? Yeah, that's me. Because there was approach on, wasn't there, before we took off. This is why you can't really decide where you're going to go based on what's online when you're there, because if it takes you 2 hours to get there, it could all change. No, it's a problem. I'm glad Weishat came back today. Weishat, I don't know if you stood in the stream, but it's nice to see you again. It's funny, I was only thinking the other day, I haven't seen Weishat in a while. And Thomas as well. I was looking through my memberships the other day, and Thomas is still like subscribed at like the top membership. I haven't seen him in ages. I hope he's alright. Tell you what, this in-flight meal isn't bad. Oh, Thomas. Yeah. I remember that. I remember once being trapped. I was like, I can't risk waking him up. Like, it took about 45 minutes of screaming and jiggling up and down and pacing to get him to go to sleep, and it's like, we can't be moving now, it's too risky. Crazy. Hey, Anime. How's it going? Currently enjoying a disappointing microwave lunch. Simon, let me show you. So we're on 24, we've been on VATSIM, and we're currently sat at 80 FPS with frame gen. So without frame gen, dare I turn it off mid-flight to show you? We'd be probably in the 40s. But on the ground at Gatwick this morning, it was busy. I mean, I didn't even think to look at FPS, which probably means it was alright. Because it's only when it's bad that I start thinking about it, and I start turning on the FPS counter, and I start becoming an obsessive weirdo about it. So the fact that it was all okay on the ground today tells me that the multi-threading is better in Flight Sim 24. What is going on with those clouds? What's my flight plan? We're headed to Leipzig. Currently we are just entering Germany. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point now where I think TAA, frame gen, pretty much there. If every day was like today, I would be, yeah, quite happy with 24. I mean, Simon, if you're not happy sort of paying such a big amount for it, you could always get it on Game Pass as a trial, even if it's just for a month. Then you're not sort of committed. If it doesn't work out, then cancel Game Pass. You've only lost like a tenner. I will say though, at 4K, more or less ultra settings, look at that CPU memory usage, 35.12-ish gigs used in cruise. So even in cruise, when there's, you know, not that much going on, we are beyond 32 gigs of RAM. Which is kind of wild. 64 is the new normal. Yeah, I was specking up a PC again the other day. Like a glutton for punishment. You going to 128? For real, Thomas? That's pretty cool. Let's go to PC Part Picker. Because we got a minute until we're at top of descent, haven't we? Let's just double check. Top of descent is at 1340. Near Kojak, which is all the way up there. Okay. Oh, hang on though a minute. Hang on though. Hang on. We have a discontinuity, don't we? Let's get rid of that, because that might... Top of descent might change. No, still at 1340. We're good. Alright, as we were. Would I recommend the Ryzen 9 17900X? I probably wouldn't buy that myself, but if you've already got it, that's quite a nice system. Or a nice CPU. 32 gigs of DDR5 for your 4060 Ti 8 gig. Depends what you're going to be doing with that CPU. Because I'm guessing with a system like that, you're not going to... Are we talking just like flight sim here? Or are you going to be doing anything else? Because yeah, I would echo what Thomas says. 64 for flight sim, ideally. 4060 Ti, what's that roughly? That is... kind of 3070-ish, isn't it, performance? So I would take an X3D chip over a 7900X personally, because you've got to understand the way AMD make their multi-core processors. They make them in chiplets. So AMD make an 8-core chiplet, or CCD it's sometimes called. And if you're going anything above 8 cores, it's multiples of those CCDs. Now in the case of a 7900X, that is 2 6-core CCDs, so that is an 8-core CCD that didn't quite make it as an 8-core, so they turned it into a 6-core. They took 2 of those, glued them together, and made a 12-core 7900X. Problem is, if your processor's working on a task on the first chiplet, and it needs to spread itself out over multiple cores, it has to send data across to the second chiplet, there is a penalty. A performance penalty for doing that, because you have to go across the interconnect between the 2 chiplets. If you go with a 7800X3D, you get all 8 cores on 1 chiplet, so you don't have that issue, and you've got the X3D Vcache. But if you've got a workload that really needs the cores, then you might find the higher core count beneficial to you. So there's no right or wrong answer. Really depends on what you're doing. Arthur, yes it is. Yes it is. In fact, let me change the camera view for you. There it is, on top of my Ava base. It's lovely. Just been sort of getting the sensitivities dialed in because, of course, there's a 1,000 foot difference between the plane and your info bar at the top. My info bar at the top isn't actually displaying at the moment though, which is weird. I see what you mean though. That is... Oh, what is that? Because we're in standard pressure in the sim, I think. But yeah, it's kind of a bug, I suppose you could say. Yeah, the FS Project stick's doing very well today. First proper flight in it. Yeah, the biggest thing I noticed, I'll show you. Beforehand, I had this on top, a Thrustmaster Warthog stick, which is a massively heavy, big stick. Like, it's all metal. Like, I can feel the weight of it in my hand now. It weighs over 1 kilogram. So you pop that on top of the Ava base, and all of a sudden you've got 1 kilogram's worth of mass that you're sort of pushing around. So it makes it quite easy to push the stick. And then I put this stick on top, which is obviously in its nature much lighter. And it's like, flipping heck, you've really got to pull it because you don't have that kind of inertia from the metal Thrustmaster stick. So I've had to dial back the springs in the Ava base, which you can do. One of the benefits of the base is that you can tune it exactly how you need it. So it's feeling much, much better now. Feeling very, very nice indeed. Aria, my GPU is a 4080 Super. When you say 34, I guess you mean 32? 32 would help, but in the sim, ideally you want 64. Because right now I'm using 38.2 gig. If I was on 32 gigs right now, it would have to obviously squash itself into 32. But right now it can just take what it needs. Yeah, I used to get stutters on short final 2. I mean, I still do to an extent. Don't be thinking that it's ever going to probably go away no matter what you do. Sounds like you need an upgrade, Thomas. That sounds rubbish. That's last gen now, 40 series. What are you playing at? Unbelievable. But yeah, sitting up here, 70, 80 FPS with frame gen, I concede. I'd say that's a pretty nice place to be. I will take that. I need to limit my FPS to 60 actually in the Nvidia app because look, you can sort of see some tearing going on if we pan around real quick. If we limit ourselves to 60, then that matches the refresh rate of my monitor, matches the capture rate of my capture card, then everything will be lovely. What budget VR would I recommend for flight simming, as in PC spec or headset? PC? Pass. We've got 25 4090s. Nice. Pretty nuts that, isn't it? Alright, ground is still on. That's always good. Where are we? Is that us? Yeah. Ah, my TV's going to turn itself off. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, this is kind of what I was looking at speccing up. 9800 X3D. I'd need a new cooler. I was thinking of maybe going for a B650 motherboard, because really the B850 stuff isn't that different. So it's 149. What if we went for a B850? So in that way I wouldn't have to update the BIOS. Which is very lazy of me. But one less step for things to go wrong. These haven't really been out that long though, have they? So there's not going to be many reviews. I want an ATX board. MSI. Generally like MSI boards, I've had good luck with them. Order them by name. MSI B850 Gaming plus Wi-Fi? That could work. There wouldn't be a lot of point getting a Tomahawk. What sort of money we're looking at? What's the cheapest board? 163 from ASRock. Gaming B850, gaming Wi-Fi 6. That's like quite a cool board. What do we got? A couple of M.2s. Is that 3 M.2s? It is, isn't it? You've got your GPU, 3 M.2s. 4 slots of RAM. I mean, presuming that the hardware unboxed review checks out that it doesn't like thermal throttle with its power delivery. That could work. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 M2s. That's nice. Quite like that. Let's assume that that one works out. Look at that. It's nearly £1,000 to upgrade my CPU, essentially. That's why I went for a 5800X3D. People last time were like, why didn't you get 7800X3D? It's like, that's bloody why there. Nearly £1,000. Obviously you've got the cost of the CPU, then you've got all this other costs as well. All these other costs. The RAM, the motherboard. Okay, fair enough, I don't need the water cooler. Could get rid of that. Could get like a Peerless Assassin or something. But it's quite easy to spend as much on like a Thermalright or Noctua. Quite easy. And those X3D chips are quite tricky to keep cool. Well, they can be. Right, nearly there, 40 miles. Would I recommend the upgrade for DDR5 32 gig and the 7900X with a new motherboard, or just stick with my DDR4 current setup 10700? I mean, what you need to do is go into the sim, enable developer mode, right? Then come to debug and display FPS, because I'm not overly familiar with your 10700. I've never used one. Look at this bit here, beneath the frame rate, you see where it says here, limited by main thread? That to me tells me that my processor is the limiting factor. If it said limited by GPU, it would mean that my processor still has gas in the tank and I could put a new GPU, more powerful GPU with it to get more FPS. But right now, even going to a 4090 wouldn't help me because my processor is a limiting factor. So do that for your setup. I'm presuming it's going to say limited by main thread and see what kind of FPS you're getting. If the FPS is above 30, fairly consistently, you know, you could be alright sticking to what you got. Maybe just add some RAM. That'd be a cheaper way out. That's the thing. People think, oh, I need 60, I need 90, I need 120 FPS. No, you don't. Not in Flight Sim. 30 is fine. If you're above, as long as you're consistently above 30, like put yourself in a busy airport, like a custom handcrafted airport, maybe like the freeway Gatwick, and just see what your FPS goes down to in a fancy airport as you taxi around. That would be what I would do, and then make your decision based off that. That'd be my 2 pennies worth. Because otherwise you could just be spending money where you don't need to. Now, you said about other stuff like video editing, then, well, yeah. I would have to look at some reviews, some like, again, depends on what video editing software you're using, if it's DaVinci Resolve or whatever, look at some comparisons. Hey Fly. Yeah, I used to have stutters on 16 gig too. I still get them occasionally even with 64, so I don't want to tell you that definitely upgrading the RAM will fix it, but it is a cheaper place to start as a test. Yeah, plain spot, I can believe it. Well, were you in the Dubai Heathrow stream? Alright, nearly there. Okay. We're going to go down to 3,000. Start our descent. Leipzig traffic, X-ray November Oscar 232, inbound Kojak, flight level 370, descending 4, flight level 030. On the Kojak 1 Romeo arrival, Leipzig traffic. Right, let's get some destination data on the go, shall we? So into performance page we go. Over to approach. QNH is 1024. Temperature on the ground is 3 degrees 09019. No wait, 17. And our barrows, 618 feet. Fiat of 136. Good. He's doing all right. Oh, plain spot of the new stick's lovely. Loving it. Really, really pleased with that. it's just yeah, it's just been great being able to fly left-handed on a bus again without it feeling weird. Because as lovely as this is, the Warthog stick, it's a right-handed stick, so I've been sort of flying it sort of left-handed, holding it all weirdly. Just really wanted an Airbus stick. But sadly, one didn't exist. Clouds are overexposed? I don't know. The clouds can be pretty bright in the real world, depending on where the sun is and stuff like that. Don't know. Wouldn't like to say. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. According to the charts. But then if we go on Advanced Sim Radar, what do they say? Transition level is 060. Just do a quick refresh over here. Aircraft with parking position on apron 1 or 3, expect departure and arrival 08 left. So was that apron 1 or 3? So where the heck are we going? Yeah, we're going to apron 1. Sweet. 08 left it is. We'll continue on course. Captain, would I say this is better than the Thrustmaster Airbus Sidestick? It is better. Like, the Ava base is better. Like, make no mistake. It's better. But then it costs a heck of a lot more as well. So, depending on your budget. You might find... I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Airbus Sidestick, the Thrustmaster one. The TCA one. It's a good stick for getting started. But if you want to go a bit more, get a bit more into it, there's options, you know? Is it difficult for a new player to fly? It can be. It can be. You need to practice quite a bit. Nice, so we're on profile, that's good. 16,000 feet. Boeing Oak's worth it too. So in my mind, whenever I had that, because I've got the Thrustmaster Airbus stick too, whenever I flew with that, it always felt like it was the lesser of the two. So the Boeing Oak was kind of, you know, Boeing Oak was kind of up here, and the Airbus stick was down here. Now I've got the Ava base, the two are very much leveled. You could argue maybe the Ava base goes a bit higher, but it's negligible, I would say. Now we've got the Airbus stick on top, it feels lovely. We've got the got a rubber gaiter coming for it, So like the blue rubbery bit that you can see here, that's coming on Friday. So that will then sort of attach up here, and it will sort of like, you know, zigzag out, and it will attach to the top of the Ava base. At which point I'm going to sink my Ava base underneath my desk. I'm going to make a 3D print cradle to support it, and kind of hang it underneath my desk, and then it should kind of look like that. If you imagine this dark blue bit is my desk, and it will just look like it's sat on top perfectly. That's the plan. Whether it works, I don't know. Yeah, like Plane Spotter says, it's a lot of money. Or you could just spend 50 odd quid and get the Thrustmaster Airbus stick. It's always the kind of thing where you're going to need to mess around with mappings and stuff like that. I think no matter what Thrustmaster give you out the box, you might want to change it. I mean, Plane Spotter, where I came from, what it was, I felt like I had this awesome base, and I wasn't getting the full use out of it without the left-handed Airbus stick. For my use anyway. I know other people it was going to be different. But we'll see. Alright, 10,000 coming up. Leipzig traffic, Airnaut 232, flight level 100, flying right hand downwind 408 left. Inbound Delta Papa 422, Leipzig traffic. Right, let's get some lights on, shall we? Speed brakes. It's all going to start happening pretty quick now. Because we're going to go 10,000, 9,000, 5,000. So by MOAX we're going to be at 5,000 feet, which is, well, just, yeah, okay, nearly 6,000. Decel, capture the ILS, make sure that's all in on the RadNav page, 10055, or 10855 I should say. Let's just double check the chart. 10855, we're perfect. Leipzig traffic, Airnaut 232, inbound MOAX, right-hand base, Leipzig traffic. How do you manage to use any of the big jets when they won't even steer on the ground? Yeah, they do. So in the real plane you'd have a tiller for nose wheel steering, so this thing in here. But you can just map it to your rudder pedals if you don't have a tiller. Oh god, yeah, it is a left-hand base. Muppet. Correction, Leipzig traffic on a left-hand base, inbound MOAX, Airnaut 232. Cheers, bye-bye. Let's get the old landing system on the go, shall we? Right, let's just... yeah, it's still just ground on at the moment, so we're okay. How you doing, Bobby, anyway? You okay? Hope all is well. It's 1024, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Lovely jubbly. Leipzig traffic, Air 232 on a 15-mile final, 08 left. Leipzig traffic. Oop. That's him indeed. Yes, it is. Yeah, good cheers, Bobby. So I'm expecting once we get on the ground, probably come off at Alpha 6. Try and get my hand out the way of the camera. I'm looking at my chart. Off at Alpha 6, down probably either Echo 7 or Echo 8, depending on which one they tell us, then in by November. Or I guess they could take us around Charlie and then either Lima or November. Charlie, Whiskey 1. So we'll see. Approach mode on. Crank the volume a bit, shall we? $111, damn, that's good. Good. That is very good. Alright, 136 is our approach speed, 10-mile final. Yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up for this one, Plane Spotter. It could be interesting. Okay, auto brakes low, speed brakes armed. Let's get gear down. That's 3. So we got no special scenery for this. This is just default scenery. Leipzig traffic, Air 232 on a 6-mile final, 08 left. Leipzig traffic. Flaps full. Should we do a quick frames check? Not bad. Hey, Kristen, thanks for subbing on YouTube. Appreciate you. Big old airport this, isn't it? go around altitude set. Got a fair old wind going on here. Right, let's see what this stick's made of, shall we? Gear down, auto brake low, lights are on. We're looking good. Flaps full. Right, McLean. Leipzig traffic, Air 232, short final, 08 left. Okay, that wind is now starting to straighten up a little bit. So we don't want to flare too much as we got a fairly, well, not massive, but a reasonable wind.
300.
Okay, I'm going to be looking out the window here from now on because I don't trust the Pappies and I don't trust the ILS, particularly at an airport I haven't paid for.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Yeah, that'll do. This stick's paying for itself already. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right, so we'll go for the next exit. Alpha 6, exactly as I predicted. God, I'm good at flight sim. I don't know how I do it. Leipzig traffic, X-ray November Oscar 232, 08 right, left, correction, 08 left, vacated. Right, let's give ground a buzz, shall we? To 1805. Drop my pen. Leipzig ground, Air 232 with you on Alpha 6.
Air 232 Leipzig ground, hello, welcome to Leipzig. Taxi to send 136 via Echo 7 and November.
Sound 136 via Echo 7 and November. Right, 232, thank you. Good, so that's kind of as we thought then, wasn't it? Come on, lights. Thank you. So Echo 7 is this one. Pretty sure Leipzig is handcrafted. I was going to say, it is looking a bit like it, isn't it? 425 ping, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Right, where are we going? .136. Oh, that was good. That I'm really pleased with that landing. Particularly pleased with the stick. What's this uphill? Let's put our foot down a bit. Yeah, that is a YouTube short. I pressed the button. Captain Jack, yes it is, mate. It is Flight Sim 24. This is really uphill, isn't it? It's a big airport, this. If you compare the distance between 08 right and 08 left, that is a big difference. Quite a long taxi, too. Have a little look outside. We've got bridge and everything coming up. But yeah, I mean, look at the size of this place. It's huge. Right, more importantly, what frames are we getting at a handcrafted airport? It's a shame we can't see how many frames we're getting pre-frame gen now. That is a shame. Just a reminder, anyone that prefers watching over on Twitch, we are live on Twitch, and you can go ahead and follow us over there. We multi-stream now. Every flight to Twitch. If that's more your cup of tea, that's fine. We are over there too. So the Steam overlay, does that give you pre or post frame gen? Wow, look at this run. Yep, there we go. Hey Matt, how's it going? Did your first A320 flight yesterday, sweet. Matt, was it you that won the FSI panel? Am I getting my names muddled up? Hey, I thought it was you. Nice one. Nice to see you again. Congrats on that, by the way. That's awesome. Pleased for you. Yeah, well, that's the beauty of FSI panel. If you're flying a new plane and you're not sure about it, like, it's easy to be in cruise for like 6 hours on autopilot doing nothing. But it's actually when it actually comes to it. I think that's where it really starts to pay dividends. Right, we need to go here in November. DHL terminal over there. Look at the size of that. We need some DHL ops here, I think. Yeah, absolutely, it is worth every penny. And like I say, when I first got the Phoenix, I was struggling with the Phoenix. Like, massively struggling with the Phoenix. I just couldn't get a landing in to save my life. You know, it's like... I grew the channel on the fly-by-wire, really. Struggled for money at that time. Couldn't really justify dumping 50 quid into an aircraft for what was essentially a hobby that wasn't making any money. And then once we finally did get it, it was like, flipping it. This is different. It was very different to the Phoenix, the fly-by-wire. Yeah, I'd say frames are feeling pretty good right now. Pretty good indeed. Phoenix is the way to go. Like, I used to say on the channel, like people would say to me, "Are you going to get the Phoenix? Are you going to get the Phoenix?" And I was like, "Well, is there any point? Because the fly-by-wire is so good." But once you get the Phoenix, you kind of realise it's very, very good indeed, and it is definitely worth it. Right, 136 we were told. Forget with these CFM engines that you actually need to give it a little bit of throttle to keep it moving. The AIEs, it's like the IAEs, I should say. They're a bit like an automatic car. They'll just creep all on their own. Alright, 136. Where are we? I think we're probably a few doors up from that Eurowings. 143. 142. Can I tell GSX that we're here? I never do that. Maybe I should start doing that some more. Parking. Brilliant. Of course, the one gate I want isn't here. God's sake, GSX. Why do you test me? And now I'm stuck in here, aren't I? Because I can't get out. Oh, GSX just getting a bit, honestly. Right, let's try that again. Is this a ramp? 136. No. There we go. I should have done that on the taxi, maybe. Oops. Left the throttles up there a bit. That'll do. What are you waving at me for? Thanking you. Right. APU is on. Let's get those engines off, shall we? Sound. Here they come. I need to map a button, don't I, to external view on my Stream Deck or something. There we go, we made it. Now let's see if the people walk through the air, because I bet they will. Right, let's get the FPS counter off. I don't know about you all, but I really enjoyed that. Just what the doctor ordered today.
Attention all stations, Leipzig counter is now closing monitor advisory 150.8. Thank you for flying, or have a good flight. Bye bye.
Thanks for service, Air Not 232. Beautiful stuff. Well, I think we can safely conclude that this FS Project stick is the business. Very, very pleased with it. And I know it's just a stick, but I feel like it really completes the whole Ava base thing that we've got going on here. Yeah, it was the final piece in the puzzle, for sure. Roll on Friday, when we get our rubber gator thing, like we have on the real planes. It's currently in the care of UPS, I'm informed, so hopefully it won't be too long. And that'll be here. And we can get it fitted to the stick, and then we can look at, crucially, getting our 3D printed cradle made so that I can take the Ava base, suspend it underneath the desk, and have a completely flush looking Airbus stick. It's going to look so good. It's going to complete the look. And then I kind of feel like my flight sim setup is done. And I know that's a really risky thing to say, isn't it? Because it's always a type of thing where it's like, oh, there's always one more thing you can buy. There's always one more thing. But I'm starting to struggle to think what, besides some very expensive rudder pedals. That could be the last thing, actually. That could maybe be the last thing. But other than that, what else do I really need? Oh, yeah, Bob, yeah, you're right, a tiller. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, after a tiller, and after the really expensive rudder pedals, and after the Ava base is suspended, then we'll be done. Honestly. It never stops, does it? It never ever stops. Yeah, see, Matt's got it right. There's always something else. Maybe the EFIS. I've got the this thing, the Wingflex Cube, which they sent over for review, which I really, really like. I know a lot of people talk about the Winwing one, but it's not an awful lot more expensive. I think it converts to like 160 quid in the UK, and I think Wing was like 140. So the pricing I'm not too concerned about. They're more or less the same price as far as I'm concerned. I like the fact that it's actually a bit smaller, believe it or not, and I know some people get angry at that. But actually, I can't emphasise how small this shed is. Like, it's not even 2 by 2 meters, and I can't stand up in it. It's not. I'm 6'4" and I can't stand up. I have to kind of like keep my head down as I lift. So it's very, very small. Like I can't put my arms out, and I can touch both walls. Like I can't actually spread my wings, if you like. So I'm super, super, super tight for space. And until such a time that we have a bigger shed, which basically isn't on the horizon, I don't think, ever, we're kind of stuck in here. So all of these, yeah, there you go, plain spot I said, Winwing MCP. I'm running out of room. I really am running out of room in here, like big time. I know some people have said about like the MCDU that you can get now from Winwing, and they do the Boeing one. It's like, oh, I don't even know where I'd put it. I don't know where I'd put it. And again, it's like more USB ports that I don't have, or I need to buy more powered hubs, and it goes on and on. Matt says, which one is that? What do you mean, Matt? Which thing are you talking about? Vertical rudder pedals are fantastic if you're looking for new ones. Yeah, I might be. I mean, I was looking at the TPR. Are those the expensive Thrustmaster ones, the TPRs? I was looking at those. I mean, they look flipping good. Oh, the Airbus autopilot panel. It's the the Wingflex FCU Cube. So it's not full size, but in my opinion, it's perfectly sized for me. Because, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't make any difference to me, like, whether it's full size or not, because we're not in a real Airbus cockpit anyway. It's perfectly usable in terms of its size. Like, I've got hands like dinner plates anyway, so it's like, if I can use it, so can you. And the little clicks you get untwisted in the heading knob now, you sort of be like click, 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 click as you move it around. Click, 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 click as you do like all the different things. Autopilot buttons have a nice sort of feel to them. The approach button feels different to the autopilot button. All backlit nicely. You can even change how strong the backlighting is. Even the display brightness. It's very, very nice. Like it a lot. My only complaint was that it slides around on your desk because it kind of comes on these little feet. My only complaint really was that. In that, so if you go to sort of pull to level off or whatever, you can end up pulling the unit. So I've got some command strips in place, which is really cool. Oh, you've got the mini cockpit, Bob, have you? Cool. Yeah. So that's a bit smaller, isn't it? Than its real life counterpart. I think I'm right in saying. Hence the name, mini cockpit, right? Throttletech A320 flight box. No, Darren, it's... I guess you're talking about this. This is the Wingflex FCU Cube. Full disclosure, they sent it to me, so I can keep it. So maybe you think I'm biased, but if it's rubbish, I'll tell you. my reputation is worth more than the 160 quid that's worth, trust me. Very, very picky about what gets onto this channel. It's always a difficult line to walk, really, like sponsorships and stuff. People sending stuff over, because I'm always worried that just on the basis that I've been sent it, people are going to think, oh, he's just going to say nice things, even if it's bad, he'll say something good just because he doesn't want to upset the brand. And it's like, no, trust me, I've upset many brands. Not on the channel, they've just not made it onto the channel, but trust me, I've upset many. It's a shame, really, because it's always nice though when you get the brands that reach out that are just cool, that just trust you and let you get on with it. But yeah, not all brands are like that, I can assure you. And it's a shame when it's a brand that you sort of look up to and you're like, oh, I used to like you. Why are you being like this? And there we go. Beautiful. It looks like we are unloaded. Eurowings is off. It's almost 2:30. Look at that. Well, guys, I'm going to shoot off. I'm hoping to be live again tomorrow in the daytime. I'm quite liking the daytime streams. I know it's bad for numbers, but it's also when I've got loads of time available. So tricky one. Oh, Darren, that's what you're talking about. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe I won't buy those because that sounds expensive. That sounds expensive. So yeah, all being well, folks, I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday. Not sure where we're going to go. Not sure what we're going to go in. Not even sure what sim we're going to be in. Could be 2020 for all I know. Because we kind of have to. If we want to do any Boeing stuff, or any decent Boeing stuff, we need to be in the PNGG. So that's kind of why I've got 2020 still installed. Maybe we'll get a Boeing fix. But then we have got the new Airbus stick, so maybe we'll make it the week of Airbus. We'll have to see. I'll see you all tomorrow, all being well. And until then, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Cheers.